In this video, I'm going to show you how to use the step sequence clip. It's a very unique clip, particularly suited to drum programming with MIDI. It's also a unique feature of Traction. So first I'm going to configure my MIDI input, mostly so I can find the notes that I want. I'm going to enable X key, just like I've done before. And then over here I need a drum instrument, so I'm just going to find EZdrummer under plugins here. Type in EZ, and that will filter it out. We'll grab EZdrummer and put it right here. That gives me EZdrummer. That's a tom. I need to find the kick. There's the kick. All right, so I've got that working. I'm really going to just use this for the sounds in this example. And then the next thing to do is to go to the clip object and drag a blank clip right into this track and drop it right here. We're going to choose Insert a Step Sequence Clip. And the step sequence clip looks like this. It's sort of looped out, and we can either unroll the loop if we want, like this. And what I want is just to get 1 bar long of that. And I'm going to loop over this bar. So I can click out here on the second bar and hit O. That's the keyboard shortcut to set the out point, and then turn the loop on if I want, so I can just play over that. All right, so each of the rows here represent a different note, and we can turn notes on and off within this grid by clicking. Clicking will enable them. This note will play when it's dark like that, and it won't play when it's off like that. So we need to assign this to drum sounds. We can click over here on the note number, which is 8, and that opens up all these properties here. So I can adjust this to where it's set to the same note as my kick, like this. So the C2 is my kick, and then I've got the kick. So then if I want to put a snare, maybe right here, let's find the snare note. I click on 7, and then we'll find the snare. A couple different snare sounds. I'll use that snare sound. And then from here, I can start to program my beat. So if I want to do a basic backbeat, then I could just put in a typical pattern for a backbeat while it's playing. Like that. So it's a really cool way to program a beat. Now let's add a hi-hat. So I'll click here, and then we'll look for a hi-hat sound on 6. So I'll click here right on that number 6 playback. First of all, I'll look for the hi-hat sound, which I think is down here somewhere. Then we can also look for the open hi-hat sound. Let's just plan to put that in here somewhere. So we'll put this on 5. And that's basically how you use these sequence clips. There's a lot more to it because you can assign each of these rows to actually different drum instruments if you wanted to. Of course, you don't even have to use drums. It's really cool to set this up with arpeggios as well. But anyway, now that I've got this in here, then the overall clip still works like other clips. So if you drag it out, it's like a loop clip. You can see that I can stretch this out and start to create my part by just stretching this out over a number of bars. Come out here and put in my end marker for the loop, put that there. Now, if I wanted to switch this up a little bit, I could just take this back here like this, and I'm going to duplicate this. I'll use D to duplicate it. And then on this second cycle here, I can mix it up a little bit. Let's just move some of the beats around slightly, see what happens. or I can just do that for that one bar. Grab this. I'm going to hold down Command as I drag it in order to duplicate it, and I can really start to construct a beat using this great visual step sequencer mode. Now we've got the really interesting thing here is once we've done this, we can use the mixer within the drum instrument in order to get it to sound the way you want. So within here you can set all of the things that the balance of the drums, the drum sounds, those are all available in any drum instrument. But once you've got it, you can render this down to a single audio clip. So I'll select the first one of these, I'll select the second one of these, and then down here we've got render clips. So render selected clips and replace them. This works just like it does for audio. I'll hit render. Now, just like that, I've rendered and created my own audio clip from that drum beat. This is really a lot of fun because you can kind of use your drum instruments, get them into the audio format. Now, if I play this, you're not going to hear it. And that's because the audio is actually coming from this instrument. So you'd need to mute this or remove this or move this to a different clip. What I would probably do is just move this off to a different clip. Or you can select the drum instrument and hit F, which bypasses it essentially. And after that, we should be able to hear this. Really cool. I've had a lot of fun with these sequencer clips. I think you'll really enjoy working with the sequencer clips. They're very unique to Traction 5. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.